local councils, will be attended to as far as the financial autonomy is concerned. And that got many state governments, to comply, because it's a Supreme Court order. The Supreme Court words and judgment, it's law, it's a court of policy. And so many state governments got to work, prepare the state independent electoral commissions to organize elections. And that was exactly what the Osun State government did. And the umpire here is the Osun State Independent Electoral Commission under the leadership of Barrister Hashim Abioye. That election was fixed for February 22. There are issues with it because the ruling party in the state, that's the PDP, said there are already other parties as well for the elections. Initially, APC said, or Osun APC said they were going to be part of it, but later there was another judgment, an appeal, and the court in Akure gave that verdict, which has been a subject of controversy, open up to interpretation. The PDP are saying there, is vacancy. There was vacancy at the local councils, and they went ahead with the election, and that election produced chairmen and councillors, all of them under the umbrella of the People's Democratic Party. But just days before that election, the APC said there's no vacancy, and of course, that appeal gave them back their mandate, and they went to the local councils. The chaos that followed is quite regrettable. 6 or 7 persons died across board, and the situation has been at a stalemate. Those local council chairmen that were elected, they were instructed by the state governor, Ademola Adeleke, to say, guys, stay at home, no more problem, and then we'll see how it goes. But it seems something else is brewing for what you have been seeing the last few days. The APC made a press conference a few days ago to say they are suspecting that the PDP have something up their sleeves, and they are not having it. If they go to the court, in which they said they have gone to the court in Ikirun to seek an order of mandamus that will compel the state governor to say, please let these guys go and work, they are not having it. But then today in this place, we have one of the critical stakeholders, one chairman who was elected in that same February 22nd election, and he's here with us, is from Ifelodun local government, and he is Otumba Sarafadin Awotunde. He's here with us live and direct in the studio. Otumba, good morning.
How are you, dear brother?
Very well. Good morning. Thank you for coming.
Thank you too.
Yes, let's get to business. It was that February 22nd election that produced you and your other colleagues in the 30 local government election. Councils in Osun State. And but you have been at home. You have not resumed. The governor told you and your colleagues, please stay away from the councils. The APC guys have been the one in charge at the councils. Close to more than a month now, you are just there. What is going on?
I want to appreciate you for that beautiful question. I want to quickly appreciate the effort of the royal fathers in Osun, the masses, the labor union, that is the NLC and the NOGI. I want to sincerely appreciate my dear governor, Senator Nuruddin Ademola Adeleke. We are home because we want peace in Osun. We are home because we want the developmental projects embarked on by our governor to continue. We are home because the PDP, we are not desperate. We are home because we believe, we say we are going to serve people. That is the masses of Osun, or here in Osun State. Where should we need to engage in unnecessary conflict? We are home because we are one party, that is PDP. We are home because the PDP segment, the PDP as a party, they have directive. We are home because Osun is first before anything.
So how are you going to serve the people in that capacity when you are being home and you have not really, be in charge. The workers that you are even supposed to interface with, all of them are at home. The APC chairman, they have said they are the one in charge. They have been at the local councils, and it seems the activities at the local councils have been paralyzed. Nothing is just happening because you politicians are fighting.
Well, in a democratic process, there's no way you will say you're going to take the back door to enter into any political arena or to enter to serve people. For instance, those who forcefully they sack yes or no chairman in Osun, their tenure has been loud. They knew that they don't have any business in the council. They knew that. But because they just want to cause artificial mayhem, let me tell you, they are not in charge.
So who's in charge?
Let me tell you, there is no any administrative process going on in the council. Who are they going to relate with? The staff are not there. The workers are not there. Who managed to open the gate for them? We don't know. The time will tell. How did they manage to forcefully take over the council? We have some claims. When the time comes, they are going to account. They'll be answering for it as well. We are not desperate. Let peace reign. If it's going to take us 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 3 months, PDP are very relaxed.
All right.
What will take them out of the council will take them out of the council.
Okay. All right, Honorable Chairman. I'm going to ask you very germane questions now. 2 questions from me. The first one, Honorable Chairman, let's talk about your legitimacy now. The APC, they are claiming that your election is illegal. According to them, they said during the elections that no results were announced, that you were just arbitrarily pronounced as winners, okay, and appointed as chairman. So that's number one. So that brings to question your legitimacy as a local government chairman. So what do you have to say to that? That they said no election was conducted. They said you're illegal occupants of that position. That's the position of the APC. We've had their chieftains here during the course of the week. So they are saying your office is actually illegal. That's number one. Then number two, my question is this. Since you are not operating from your offices, how has it been for your councils? What is business like? How are you managing them? And again, talking about the funds, they are claiming that they are supposed to be in hand. Let me bring it back. They are claiming that they are supposed to still be in office till October 2025. That the Court of Appeal actually approved them to still occupy those offices till October 2025. That's why they are there. That's from the APC. So question number one is talking about your legitimacy now. They claim you're illegal local government chairman. That's number one. Then number two, how has been the operation of the local governments? They are claiming that if funding should go directly to local government chairman, they are going to get it. That's what Odomo said here yesterday. So what do you say to all that?
Let me make a clarification. There was a verdict from Supreme Court whereby they declare the financial autonomy of local government. Well, I want to believe the work is ongoing because the implementation is where I think there is little bit challenges and hurdles. Now, having seen that, I want to believe that if not all, 85 to 90% indigenous of Osun State living here, doing business here, we've been engaged in a job here, we are all Osun. We are very enlightened and very educated. When the issue of illegality can come up, let me tell you, on election matter, firstly, is there any notice of 360 to 365 days? The notification to the public that's so period the election is going to. That is one of the clause of the Supreme Court. Did we have that notice of election? Yes, PDP had it. APC, no. They did their yes or no kangaroo election less than 90 days. So the election originally is non-armed void in the face of law of today. Number two, do we have electoral...
sorry to cut in. Can you declare that your election is null and void? I think that should be the jurisdiction of the court. Okay, let's say that straight now. So until the court says that your election is null and void, I'm afraid you may not be able to declare it null and void.
There was two court of law that declared the election null and void and sacked them, the yes or no.
Which court?
The two federal courts in Osun. I think one should be in Osun and the other one in Osun.
But they are claiming the Court of Appeal is a higher court.
Now, let me go to the issue of Court of Appeal. You cannot be a goalkeeper at the same time you wanted to become a striker. The judiciary, they have their own independent function to perform. The politicians, they have their own duty as well. Now, we went to the court, the PDP. I'm trying to clarify the issue of illegality, this or not. You've heard me, I said, two court of law said the election is null and void. Secondly, I think I said it earlier, that the OCA gave the timetable of 360 to 365 days that the law allow. Number three, we went to appeal court when the two federal courts sacked the yes or no APC. The PDP now went to the appeal court. Sorry, don't let me make a mistake. The PDP went to court before that the election of yes or no and said we are suspecting that they are going to conduct election without proper channel, without proper notice, without proper days. The court now said, come PDP, what you did is preemptive. You are just insinuating. Therefore, this case is just academic issue. Now, that was the verdict of PDP. It was now then later, and we did not contest it. Another party, APP, now went to the court. The same high court said the election of these people, the election has been nullified from the federal court in Osun State. Therefore, we want you to do the same thing. We want to appeal that you should do the same thing by nullifying the election and sack them as well. In the verdict of APP, they sacked them. They were sent away. Now, when they now went back to the court, they said the court of appeal now made a pronouncement that, okay, the case you brought in, I think there's logical reason in it. But there's no any paragraph inside that judgment whereby they said reinstatement. That is the issue. That is the clause.
The judgment from Akure appeal.
Yeah, there is nothing like reinstatement. Even when our uncle, the AGF, Barrister Fagbemi, when he wanted to advise about the election that came up on 22 February, he said he advised that if to avert anything crisis or conflict, maybe they should suspend the election. The PDP now say we don't have any conflict, no problem here. Election will go ahead. Election will go ahead. Went ahead. We are done with the election. So what I'm saying in essence is that if somebody now today took over the council forcefully are now telling me that, no, in the Court of Appeal case, there's one paragraph there that say reinstatement. This should interpret it to us. So illegality on our election, there's notice of election being published to the whole world, the media house everywhere, the aware, the police, everybody. If somebody is in his own volition and I say, we are not going to partake or we are not going to participate, if that is the case, you are now saying the election of 22 February is legal. It means maybe you need to approach court of law to interpret it for you.
Well, Honorable Chairman, please, I just want you to answer me in clear terms. You've given your explanation. Okay. You said you gave notice and all that.
Then, sorry, the second question that you has is about the funding, the council. Who is in charge of the government in Osun State?
PDP, of course.
No, not even the PDP, of course. His Excellency, Senator Nuruddin Ademola Adeleke Jackson. Now, if any of us watching us live from home, you will be elected governor who is in the helms of affairs, who is in charge. He will now say, okay, the money, the fund in the council, I'll be sending it to those who took over the council forcefully. No, nobody will do that. They cannot do it in the north. Why they will not do it in the east? It's not going to happen in this southwest as well.
Now, what if it goes directly to the councils, not through the governor? That's the point.
It took a lot of process. We have 7, I'm the Agon chairman in Osun State. Let me repeat it. We have 774 local governments in Nigeria. The process of this autonomy or no autonomy, 1% has not done with the process or the document or the documentation, excuse me. There must be a documentation and process before we say, okay, the money will be going to local government. Go to the hand of who?
So, Honorable Chairman, sorry, please. I just wanted you to address this question, head on, just before we proceed. Talking about the illegality, I want you to answer me in clear terms now. I'm a journalist, okay? So we are trying to be professional here, not to take sides. Okay. You said elections were conducted, you gave your reasons, that you gave time.
Everybody saw it in the whole world.
Fine. So my straight question is, were results announced for your election?
Oh, thank you. You are very correct. And that question is not as difficult as people are asking about it. You know why? This is Otumba Sarafadeen Abiodun Awotunde, the elected chairman in fellow local government, double as Agon chairman in Osun State. That's my position. The umpire that conducted the election, they are imposed and in charge. Bring them, come here, invite them. I think somebody mentioned the name of the chairman of OSEC before.
Honorable Chairman,
which means
you are answering my question. Honorable Chairman, please.
I'm not OSEC umpire.
Oh, no. Honorable Chairman, you said...
How will I be saying...
we can really put this one then once and for all.
I'm coming, please. Yeah. How will I be saying in Ifelodun, we are leading with 10,000. In Irewoli, we are leading with 10,000.
There should be a figure.
I'm coming, please.
Everybody had a figure. There is a particular figure that returned President Tinubu.
Yes.
There is a particular figure that returned your principal, so to speak, in the party, Governor Adeleke.
Yes.
What figure returned you as a fellow chairman?
Thanks so much. The question you are still asking, we are still saying the same thing.
So there is no figure. We only announced as the winner.
What I'm saying in essence is, don't misquote me, please.
Yes, please.
The person in charge, the coalition, the fact-checking, those who are in charge of the election, the electoral body in Osun State, AOC, approaching,
so invite them to So, Honorable Chairman, so in clear terms...
I'm not in position.
Yes. Honorable Chairman, yes,
I'm not in position.
Fine, I get your answer. So, in clear terms, you are telling me that you're not in position to tell me the figures.
No, because I'm not OSEC chairman.
It is OSEC who should announce the figures.
At the same time, coming.
Chairman, let me land.
In every local government, in all and every local government, each local government, the OSEC appointed EO.
Yeah.
Do your research.
No.
Do the data collection.
Honorable Chairman.
Have the names of those EO be invited them to the television and ask them for the figure.
Honorable
Not
Chairman,
me.
hold on, Honorable Chairman. Let's be clear here.
Okay.
For an election to be adjudged free and fair, the results should be available to the public. I'm a journalist. I don't have that information.
You are very correct.
So that's so why. So that's the argument of the APC.
At the appropriate time. At the appropriate time.
Chairman, let me land here.
All right.
So hold on. So for an election to be adjudged free and fair, which the APC are saying that this is not free and fair, no results were announced. So the general public should see the figures. That this is what brought Osun State into office. These are the figures. He won by these numbers. He lost by these numbers. APC lost by this numbers. So that's the point here. So we are just trying to be neutral here. If you say elections were conducted, they were free and fair, my simple question is, you should have figures.
Thank you. Can I answer your question? Very simple.
You said I should go to
No, I'm coming. Very simple. When they conducted the last general election between Baba Azwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu and His Excellency former Vice President Alhaji Abubakar Atiku, people were having a kind of anxiety. Thereby they said, maybe the result will be out today or tomorrow, next tomorrow. I think it took us about 7 days. About 7 days. This election is just 22 February. The security agent, they lock up, they will say coffee.
You are giving reasons now.
I'm coming.
But you said it's not your duty before.
I'm just telling you inside the information that I had. I'm not here to defend OSEC. OSEC as a body, they will have enough time to come to the radio, announce, and tell the people of us
we have so many things to talk about. Actually, but the explanation you are trying to make that their office was locked up, the collation sealed up, and the collation and the return of that election wasn't even done at their office. It was done,
I cannot answer that question. I'm not OSEC chairman.
You have answered already.
I'm not OSEC chairman.
I understand now.
Let Barrister Asimabioye come here and explain.
All right. Right. But it's great that Nigerians see the figure that returns.
They will see it very soon.
All right, fine. Now, moving on.
No anxiety. Don't worry.
I understand. Now, there is this narrative in the state. The people from the APC camp, they keep referring to you and your colleagues as illegal chairmen. You from the PDP keep referring to them as the sacked yes or no chairman. Now, the Osun people in this case are wondering, because it's now based on who is asking who this question. You have just said you are the Algon chairman for the elected, guys. And the Algon, as it is, let me read out a particular report from the Business Day, reported March 19, that was last month, that the Algon shows solidarity with the reinstated APC council officials in Osun. And that was reported. The national leadership of the Association of Local Government of Nigeria, Algon, says it recognizes the reinstated All Progressives Congress APC council chairman and councillors in Osun State. The association, in a letter addressed to Idowu Abiodun, the Algon chairman in Osun, expressed his commitment to upholding the rule of law and consequently upholding the decision of the Court of Appeal, which reinstated council chairman and councillors. Now, Bello Lawal, the national president of Algon, in the letter signed by Evan Enekwe, said, and I quote, "I'm directed to inform you that Algon leadership has been keenly following political developments as it affects local government councils in Osun and condemns the unnecessary and wanton destruction of lives and properties, most especially the death of Honorable Abbas, a member of Algon. We extend our condolence and pray against such occurrence." And they said, Algon is a law-abiding association that believes in the rule of law, and consequently we uphold the decision of the Court of Appeal, which reinstated you and your peers as the legal chairman in Osun State. That is referring to Idowu Abiodun. Honorable Sharafadin Awutunde, how come the national body has not recognized you as the Osun State Algon chairman? They have addressed their letter to the APC camp.
I don't know where they got the document or the memo you are reading now.
It's in the public space.
And I'm not bothered about the contents or whatever they have inside. A layman.
Right.
A layman. If you want to process or assess the situation of the Agon, the local government chairman, this and that. And let me be particular.
Yes.
The issue of Agon, what is Agon? Agon is the Association of Chairmen. Now, who has that official right to elect Agon chairman or Agon ESCO? The government of the day and their chairman. In Osun State, who is now the government of the day? The government of the day or the ruling party in Osun of today is Senator Nuruddin Ademola Adeleke.
Of the PDP.
Of the PDP. Who are the elected chairmen in 2022, last February? The present local government that people are calling sit at home, sit at this, they can sit at television house as I'm sitting now. So where I'm going is that the Agon national body, they don't have any legitimacy, any authority to elect Agon chairman for the state government.
No, they didn't elect.
No, I'm coming.
We're talking about recognition.
I'm coming.
And the question is,
I'm
we
coming.
have a long way to go.
I'm coming.
We don't see people we don't see people like you every day. So we have a lot of questions.
Let me finish up with this.
How come you are not being recognized by the
national Agon? We may decide tomorrow and say, okay, Agon, national body. Who's that Agon national body?
So you may pull out if you like.
The Osun State government, the Osun State chairman, I think about 3 years ago, they did the same thing. The Agon now came back later and reconciled with them. Deduction, this and that, it was from the state. It is from the state.
Is it because you have not been recognized?
I'm coming, please. That one doesn't bother me. The authentic and legal Agon chairman of Osun State, recognized by the governor, elected by my colleague, recognized by the Ministry of Local Government. Let me give you an example.
Yeah.
He's a very lovely brother too, brother Idowu Abiodun. While I was the chairman of the council, he was also assembly member. He knew in himself, searching his heart. I have my office at the Agon office, at the Agon.
He knows what?
In Abere, the Agon office at the governor's office in Abere.
Who is occupying it now?
Yeah.
You still have access?
Oh, my humble self.
Because you have the PDP?
My humble self.
All right. We have to go.
Who is the government of the day?
We have to go on a break.
Who is the government of the day? PDP Nosun.
All right.
Who has the right to elect, to select, to appoint?
All right. We are so...
The Agon ESCO.
All right, Honorable.
In any state.
We have to go on a break.
The government of the day.
It's all right.
They are daydreaming.
All right. Who is daydreaming?
The council, these council looters that they call them, who went to the council and took over forcefully.
We'll look into all of that and more. This is Morning Spring or Western Spring Television. And we have been speaking about the debacle, the imbroglio at the local councils, how activities have been shut down for more than a month now because the political parties are loggerheads with themselves. And we have with us one of the stakeholders here. We will go on a quick break. When we return, the conversation will continue. Don't go anywhere. All right, thank you very much. And the conversation continues right now. Perhaps you are just joining us. We are talking about the state of the living spring and the state of affairs of local councils, the administration and the leadership, which the APC in Osun are claiming to be theirs. So they said they have their mandate back through that February 10 judgment of the appeal court in Akure. The PDP, to have been saying there is no vacancy. Or there has been vacancy before the election was held, and the election has held February 22, and it has produced councillors and chairman, all of them of the PDP. And we have one of them here from Ifelodun, he is the chairman, produced by that election, and he's here with us. Honorable Awotunde, thank you for staying with us. Now, let me ask you this. Now that the issue we learned, there was release, voice note given, and of course, statement released by the governor's spokesperson, Malam Olari Rashid, in which he said so many things. That was when he was reacting to the press conference made by the APC that, okay, I'll go on Osun. Of course, under your leadership, you have gone to court. Have you gone to court?
Yes, of course.
What are you looking for? What are your prayers?
Well, it's very simple. It's not that difficult. What we ask for, that the court have the authority and power to enforce those that took over the council illegally. That it should be, they need to vacate the council with immediate effect, because one of the strongest tiers of government.
That's your prayer.
That's the first request.
Okay.
There is some damages being caused already. Those that looted or took over the council illegally, at least 95 to 97% of those structures had been vandalized. Some they carted away with the television, laptops, even with the rods.
You have not been going there. What's the proof?
You know what is at times laughable in politics?
What's that?
You'll be thinking that what you are doing is right. When a politician have their own comfort zone, they'll be doing what is not right, and they will still be posting it to the people to see. See, this is what we are doing here. From there, those who want to grab or extract the facts, they did it, they keep it. And that's what we have been doing. We have all the facts, the information, all the council being vandalized and carted away with the properties already. But I'm not a lawyer. This is not a court. When it's appropriate time.
Well,
that was part of the prayer we made at the Federal Court in Ikirun.
Honorable Chairman, you have gone to court.
Yeah.
If, peradventure, you get an order of mandamus, which legally empowers you to take over the local government councils and expel the occupants, the question is this. You seem to me as a peace-loving man. You seem calm, okay? And that's a good one. But I ask again, if you should get an order of mandamus and you go to the council and the occupants refuse to vacate the council, will you resort to violence? That's my straight question to you.
No. And I will tell you why. No, because we are not desperate. No, because we are afraid. Osun belongs to everybody. I'm from Ifeludu. I'm from Ikirun. Precisely. Nobody, no human being, existing one, can intimidate me. But as a peace lover, if the positive results come out when you do a test, you'll be happy. If something negative came out of it, what you need to do is to look for a solution. I'm not a lawyer. This is not a court of law.
Absolutely.
But I'm very sure you could see the press conference about 3 days ago. Very aggressive one from the members of the opposition party, whereby they are insinuating, preempting the result, the solution to that. I think the court is in vacation now. The 2nd of May. They will come back after 2nd of May. No problem.
But what do you say to the fact
that is the first. Secondly, the bone of contention on the issue of we had a judgment is the clause reinstatement. but there is no reinstatement in it.
That's what I'm going to say. That reinstatement you're talking about.
Now, if they are going to eject those that call themselves politicians, but the people knew their name, there is going to be an affirmative enforcement paragraph in it. And let me tell you something. There's only the head of Nigerian citizen that we call president, Abi?
Absolutely.
Who has immunity, and the state governor. Every other person, illegal occupant of the council, House of Assembly, rep, senator, when the court said the security agents should go and enforce, there is no need for PDP to go there and fight with anybody. They will leave the place by themselves.
Okay, all right, Honorable Chairman. You've made a point now. You said in that judgment, that Court of Appeal judgment, there is no clause.
Nothing. But
now,
if you have the
no, hold on. That's my point. You are right. There's no reinstatement. But let's look at it from this angle. Honorable Chairman, there is no reinstatement in that judgment, but also there is no expulsion from the council. So let's look at it from that angle. Yes, the court did not ask them to leave. So they are claiming, now listen, Honorable, they are claiming they still have the right to be there till October 2025.
There is they are daydreaming. Then I'll tell you the reason. I will tell you the reason why now.
That's a fact. There's no reinstatement, but there's no expulsion.
There's no expulsion.
You agree with that, right?
Now, the peace-loving people of Osun, what you have said now is synonymous. One is for while one is against. I think, if I'm right, the area where I'm going to, no reinstatement, but no expulsion.
Absolutely.
No. They should go back to the court. No APC member in Osun of today saying that, well, there's no, they don't even talk about expulsion. What they were talking about is reinstatement, which PDP disagree with. Now, if they want to be in the right position as law-abiding, they should go back to the appeal court and say, please.
No. I'm coming. They are saying you should go to the Supreme Court.
We don't need it. We don't need it. We don't need it. We don't need it.
Why don't you need that?
The court disagree with our own prayer that we preempt. Therefore, there's technical issue on that, technical judgment. That is just judicial exercise. Now, why do we need to go to court? What they say, you preempt, you insinuate. They are the one who's supposed to go to Supreme Court that these people are giving us issue. Or they should go to appeal court again and say, please, can you put reinstatement in it?
All right, let's go ahead.
Settle the issue.
Honorable, let's go ahead.
And no judge. No judge. That is why I told you they are daydreaming. They are daydreaming. They are just dreaming.
No judge is what?
It's like marriage. No judge. No court of law. Will give a verdict. Where the interpretation is clear. And our appellant will now go back to the court and say, no, please, help us, we want to re-enlist. Help us put a reinstatement there. No, right. They knew very well.
Let's go ahead. 2 questions for me now. The first one is this. The issue of the court that you mentioned, you have severally mentioned Federal High Court.
Yeah.
No, it's a State High Court. That is the only Federal High Court we have in Osun is in
State High Court. I'm very sorry.
Now, why Ikirun? Is it because you are from Ikirun? Why not at the state capital? Why not approach a Federal High Court? We have Federal High Court in Oshogbo. We have State High Court in Oshogbo. You are saying you are the Algon chairman for these elected.
I'm not saying.
Yeah, for these elected officials.
This is the Algon chairman talking to you, sitting in front of you.
Noted.
Humbly.
You now went to Ikirun to file a case. Why Ikirun?
Well, I don't want us to create a sentiment I don't want us to engage the judiciary in what is not necessary. Court in Ikirun.
These are the opinions of people.
I'm coming, and I will explain to them.
Please explain.
Court in Ikirun is a court. Court that we have here in Osogbo is a court. Despite the fact that Osogbo is the state capital.
The reason why they're asking is because you have an advantage in Ikirun.
I'm coming, please. I'm not the judge.
That's the question.
I'm not the judge.
But you are from Ikirun.
I'm not the lawyer as well, which I can never deny.
Okay.
Ikirun Agunmi Onile-Obi.
That's right.
The area where I'm going to, any court in Ragbiji Boripe local government, it's a court. Now, if the judiciary now decided, or if I decided my own volition that I want to take somebody to court, I want to make a prayer in any judicial institution, and I have one very close to me, why should I not go there? I'm coming. Why should I not
institute that case or the association?
Okay.
Is it you as the chairman that filed that case or Algon as a body?
Association.
All right. Second question is this. We've had, just like Daniel, my colleague, said, we've had APC chieftains on this program earlier in the week. And some of them have said, whatever you are doing is unnecessary. And whatever you are planning, they are ready. And in fact, they've said they are looking forward to the results. And if actually it doesn't go their way, or if it goes your way.
Which result?
I mean, the judgment, the case you have filed in court, if actually it goes in your favor, whatever comes out of it, they will handle it anyhow they deem to handle it. We asked them, any means? They said any means. And that's why Daniel was saying, will you go violent for violence at the other time as well? If actually it goes, we can preempt. My lords, they have their wisdom to adjudicate the matter, but peradventure, if it goes your way, and APC are saying, bring it on, we are ready for you, what will you do? That's what they have said. We have them on record.
I think I said something earlier. You cannot...
Because they say you doing this amounts to you calling for anarchy, and they are ready.
You cannot build something on nothing. They knew deep inside there that what they are pursuing is just empty paper.
I'm not sure. They didn't say it like that.
Secondly, there's a lot of things they'll be willing or aspiration. When I slept day before yesterday, I dream of building about 10 houses. That is in between 12 o'clock and 6 in the morning. I built about 10 houses.
In your dreams?
In my dream.
Right.
And when I woke up, I didn't see anyone. This is what I want. This is what I like. That was what I was thinking before I slept. But when I woke up, I discovered no, I say remain in my room.
Honorable, what are you saying exactly?
So the area where I'm going to is that Osun State is not Banana Republic. Nigeria is not Banana Republic. If somebody is manifesting in a way that we would threaten, with threatening messages or even physical attack, those that they are professional, they will be in charge to handle them.
Do you feel threatened?
But I'm not. I personally am not.
How about the association?
Let me repeat it again. I, Otumba, Sarafadin, Abiodun, Awotunde,
don't feel
I only want to afraid the Almighty God.
All right.
Human being, no.
All right, Honorable. Let's be pragmatic here. Let's look at it from this angle, Honorable.
Okay.
So the 744 local government areas in Nigeria are fighting for autonomy. So if
they got it already.
They've gotten it, exactly. But I'm talking about the implementation. That's why I said, let us be pragmatic. The implementation. For you to be completely autonomous, it means you are getting your funds directly from the federal government, which has not started yet. Or have you received any funds directly? No. So my question is this, Honorable. Let's be pragmatic and very sincere here. If in the wisdom of the federal government, okay, or let me use this word anyway, they decide to allocate the funds directly to the local government, and instead of the funds coming to you, it goes to the APC local government chairman occupying those offices now. In that case, what would you do? If the funds do not come to you, if the autonomy kicks off 100% and the funds do not come to you, you are not in the offices now, they are in the offices, and they claim, yesterday I asked that question, it was a direct question, and they said they are sure they will get the funds from the federal government. So if the funds go to them, what would you do, Honorable?
During the lifetime of Obafemi Awolowo, we used to know him as a very resourceful, an icon, a statesman, and somebody who doesn't believe in much lie. That was how I think he spent his entire life. The ideology, after his death, I think the ideology went with him. A realist. Cannot say 774 local government, and we have about 10 items to solve to make the local government autonomy, financial autonomy, this autonomy, that autonomy, to make it work or to be able to implement it. We are just done with 20 local government out of 774. Now, out of that 774, even the opposition party state, home state, there are some that they are yet to conduct the election. A program, I'm not an economist. A project like that has to do with the future of Nigeria, that has to do with the development of our community. No precedent. No finance, federal ministry of finance, personnel. We just dabble into it that we can send the money, autonomy money, to local government in Osun. When the Lagos State, when they are done, we do their own. Enugu, I think they've resolved with their election as well. They have some conflict in River. We are not going to release money. The country will collapse.
So you are saying the money is received?
They will not do that.
It will still go to the state government for now.
It has a lot of issue to be resolved. Out of 10 items, they are just done with one. That was the pronouncement of the Supreme Court. There are still a lot of things that is under it.
It's a work in progress.
It can't, let me say, I don't want to be exaggerate. And I don't want to be pessimistic. The process, I want to commend the effort of our dear president for that singular initiative. Let me tell you, if we are to do it properly, without leaving any loopholes, and if you want sincere development or developmental projects, because politics is local, it will take some time.
Absolutely.
Right.
I understand we need to go for a short break now. We'll go on a short break. When we return, the program continues. Please stay with us.
Honorable, are you concerned in your own Ifelodun, in Ilesha East, in Osogbo, in Boripe, in Loloruda, in Ayedade? The activities at the local councils are being granted. Nothing is happening. So many persons want to have things done. Marriage registry, a local government identification, all of those things. Nothing is happening because the APC will not agree, because the PDP will not agree. Are you concerned for your people that they have not been served? That same duty that you say you want to give to them, you have not been giving it to them. The other side have not been giving it to them. Everything is just aground. Are you bothered?
I will have been bothered if there's no ongoing solution. I will have been worried if part of our electioneering manifesto we are unable to implement it. I will have been bothered if we are not focused on what we are doing. You ask about two questions. Which it has to be answered just in one package.
Okay.
The local government identification in Osun State, it has been digitalized. If you want to get any local government identification today in Osun State, you go online.
Who operates it? The workers at home. They're working from home?
The consultant. That started it just a month before we left office as caretaker chairman.
How about marriage registry?
The marriage registry is only we are talking about the location. An appropriate location has been fixed, which is Local Government Service Commission.
In all the local councils?
No. We have Local Government Service Commission. We have local government chieftaincy and other issues matter. So in that commission, they have the legitimacy. If there's any crisis in any council, or if we are experiencing the one that we are experiencing the situation right now, they have that legality. They just say, beautiful couple, come to the commission.
Are they doing it now? Is it?
Yeah, I think they've started it.
You think or you know?
They've started it.
All right, Daniel.
Started it. So whoever wanted to have or to be engaged, wedding, this or that, they should just contact Local Government Service Commission in Nabire.
Good to know.
They have enough space that occupy the whole 30 local government if they wanted to do wedding in a day.
All right.
So no problem about that. So the government is going on. We are running the government. No problem. It's only the structure that changed. Whoever that wanted to be, I think we have some vigilante there. They have temporary time. But not to allow the activities in the council or the local level to be paralyzed. There is alternative solution to every issue.
All right, Honorable Chairman, let's assume and let's hope, of course, you have gone to court and you are hoping to get victory at court. So if you get this order of mandament, like I've mentioned before, which legally, authorizes you to take over the offices, which I also mentioned to the APC chieftains here, that when you get that legally, you have the right. But they appear, they are not ready to shift ground. So the question is, if you go there to eject them and violence ensues, which we do not hope for, are you not concerned that a state of emergency might be declared? And in that case, you can't absolve yourself from the problem anymore because you would have been part of it by trying to enforce Your order of mandamus, if you get it though, it might lead to violence. Are you not worried? Are you not concerned? Because this is not just about you. You are the honorable chairman, but there are people who are going to suffer. It might not necessarily affect you as a person. So are you not concerned about the people of Osun State? That's my question.
I think if you see some guys, just very few of them, minority, from the opposition party, you will see them, the trait you see from them is that they'll be preaching violence. But those that are very reasonable and logical and know that if you do something wrong, or if you are trying to plan to cause him harm in a very civilized society like our own, there is consequence awaiting you. Talking about it, if we are going to agree, we are not going to agree, we should first wait for the court to give their verdict. People are trying to precipitate. There's anxiety. They don't need it.
Which is understandable, Honorable. It's understandable, Honorable. No, it is understandable. Let's face it,
it is understandable when you know that let's maximize our efforts to rob off these people. The people that want to steal their property, they may not likely be watching you to steal it. But there is still another channel for those, the owner of the property. And so now, fine, you are being caught on the act. In that case, the appropriate authority, because I want to believe all these things we are saying, we are not in Burundi. I'm sorry, we are not in Burundi.
River State is not in Burundi.
I'm coming, please. The policy being applied by politicians at times, the way we handle things, in our own decision of population, we might be thinking it's right or it's wrong. But whatever that is mishandled there, when we sat down, we just sit down by ourselves. We knew that what they did was wrong. The River State issue is not laughable matter. It's not encouraging in democratic process. And let me tell you, I want to believe that we don't thwart the democratic process or system we are enjoying.
Do you fear that state of emergency might be imposed in Osun? Because we had previous guests and they said it will not be a new thing. It's still part of running a country. Do you fear that if push comes to shove, state of emergency might be declared in this state? Because some of their members are publicly called for it and they say the grounds are here to slam a state of emergency.
That's my point exactly.
State of emergency.
And it will sweep every stakeholder off.
The state of emergency does not call for the dethronement of elected governor.
But it happened in Rivers.
I'm coming, please.
Just like Daniel said, it happened in Rivers.
State of emergency does not call for relief of the House of Assembly members.
And local government chairman.
Or local government chairman. There is what we're supposed to declare state of emergency for in Nigeria. We fail to do it.
What's that?
We're supposed to declare a promising nation, a focused nation. As of today, the state of emergency are supposed to be declared in the education, electrification, and all other infrastructure. We don't declare state of emergency there. We now declare state of emergency in all reaching state.
So for you, that's wrong.
I'm coming because of our own personal.
So you are saying is that declaration
was very
by President Tinubu.
It was very wrong.
Let's come back to this place, and I'll take it home. 2 questions for me here, or we take it home rather. The issue of autonomy has been the one that many persons have been clamoring for, to say, let the local council chairmen be on their own. Let them administer, their own capacity on the people. Let them feel. Don't let them go cap in hand to state secretariat or governor office and be their hands behind their back and they say, Your Excellency, I need to do this. Can you give me this kind of money? Now that you have the financial autonomy, which many people even feel, now that the local councils will have more money, maybe that's why this Osun local council problem is just getting messier by the day. Let me ask you, first question. The autonomy, Governor Seyi Makinde said, forget it. The local councils, they will have their money, but they are the state executive and they know how to handle their business. I want to ask you, as a sub-question to that, are you loyal to the administration of Governor Ademola Adeleke?
Let me answer the first question before I respond.
No, this is the first question.
Before I respond.
It's going to be a series. Are you loyal to Governor Ademola Adeleke?
My loyalty, I don't think that I will say 99%. No. I have about 150% loyalty to my governor.
To Governor Adeleke, too.
150%.
Yeah. Second question is this. The way Governor Seyi Makinde said it to and said, let them have their autonomy. We know how to handle their business. If the state executive, the state governor still says, bring that money, let's handle it, what would be your response?
Let me answer that question. It's very simple. Our dear governor in your state is one of the luckiest new generation to be a governor of the state. My yoga, Senator Ademola Adeleke, is from a worthy family. I think Governor Adeleke, the personality of Governor Adeleke is a collateral security for Osun State. Tracing to his own background. I think my dear brother, my dear governor, my excellency from your state is not a poor man as well. Not a poor person. Where I'm going to is this.
Yeah, we have to go away.
The reason why there is anxiety about the autonomy is not because the opposition believe maybe the money will be going to the state government, there will be rubber stamp, this and that. They are in government for 11.5 years, almost 12 years. They did not conduct any local government election.
Honorable, what I'm saying is this. We have less than 2 minutes.
That is how we answer your question. I'm going to.
If your interest as a local government chairman clashes with that of the state executive, what will you do?
Can you allow me to talk?
We have less than 2 minutes.
The anxiety you see here or there about the issue of autonomy, financial, this and that, it was not because they thought they will be giving money to Senator Adeleke or this set of chairmen they are going to bring rubber stamp. No, it's because they don't want the APC, the opposition party, to collapse in Osun totally before the election of 2026.
So if your leader, forget about the opposition, Honorable, if your leader, the state governor, not in his personal capacity, governors don't do this in their personal capacity, says, let's handle it this way, we'll still help you to administer this money in your local government, what will you say? And you are the chairman.
Presently, we are administering the money for the local government in Nigeria now. Presently.
Tell us.
Presently.
Tell us.
Who are those people?
Tell us.
No, I'm just asking.
No, tell us. You are the politician. You are the honorable. Yeah. You have been elected.
I think we know without mentioning any word. We know who's in charge of the economy of every state. Until when there is full implementation of the autonomy.
So it will still be business as usual.
No, until when it is implemented. There is no magic a governor can do. Once the autonomy is 100% implemented.
All right, Daniel.
But I want to tell you, our dear governor doesn't take the developmental projects in Osun State or the welfare of the masses for granted.
All right, Honorable Chairman. I have taken time to listen to you this morning. However, Honorable Chairman, I'll say it clearly. I have asked you two practical questions on this show, which unfortunately you have not answered. And I'd like to recap. The first one, okay, is concerning the legality of your election, talking about the figures. I was hoping to get a direct answer from you because you are the office holder. You should know that you won an election by these figures. But you said we should ask OSIEC. So I really wish you gave me an answer to that question. That's number one. So the second practical question I would have loved to have gotten a practical answer from you is if you get your way in the court and you get another of Mandamos to legally take over the offices and the APC members occupying those offices refuse to leave, what would happen? You also said that we shouldn't be worried, that we should wait for the court. So those are two very practical, pragmatic questions. I really hoped you answered on this show. But again, you gave me political answers, Honorable. So that's that. We don't have much time again on the show. Right. I would like to say thank you, Honorable Otumba, for joining us on this program. Okay, it's been wonderful having you here. And we do hope that we get more answers, like you said, from OSIEC. It's been a wonderful show. Thank you to all the viewers for joining us once again. Emeka Daniel is my name. We do this every day. Please join us again tomorrow for a fresh edition of Morning Spring on Western Spring Television. Do have a wonderful day. Good morning.
All right, Femi Ojo is my name. The Honorable here, Honorable Sarafadeen Awotunde came with his entourage, and we appreciate it. Once again, thank you for coming. We wish you and everybody in Osun State all the best. And let's keep the violence away. Peace is all we need. Right? Is that yes? All right. I will see you tomorrow for the Thursday edition of Morning Spring. Again, I'm Femi Ojo. You can have a recap of this program on our YouTube channel at Western Spring TV. That's a YouTube channel. Share, like, subscribe, and for you to be a part of us where we say it as it is. Big shout out to the production team that has worked with us this morning. See you again tomorrow, God willing. God bless Osun State. God bless Nigeria.